Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Random Review Series. DBougie86 here again. And the film I got for you guys today actually came out yesterday through Arrow Films. And it's a documentary, and it's a film that I actually held dear to my heart. I was really excited to check it out. And it goes by the title of Ray Harryhausen Special Effects Titan. Of course, this film goes through the career of Ray Harryhausen, who, if you don't know who he is, was a special effects stop motion animationist whose work in the field and what he did for special effects is outstanding. And I actually am a huge fan of his work and the stuff that he put on screen. As a kid, I used to watch all his films. So I was really excited to check out this documentary. What this documentary implies is it actually goes through his entire career as a stop motion animationist. From his early beginnings to his first meeting with Willis O'Brien, who did the effects on King Kong when they worked on Mighty Joe Young together. And it goes on to like The Beast from 20,000 Phantoms and so on and so on. And during like this history lesson, we get to meet a few other like directors and other effects artists who were influenced by Harryhausen's work. Of course, including like Peter Jackson, James Cameron, Tim Burton, Terry Gilliam's in this documentary. There's a lot of Guillermo del Toro for effects artists like Steve Johnson's in this, Paul Tibbett, and they all like share like things that they took from Harryhausen in their own films and talked about how much they loved the films of his that they seen growing up. And it's really interesting. And I gotta say, like, as a fan of like Harryhausen, it was cool to see like all the behind the scenes stuff in this documentary shows, like animation tests. And I loved like hearing like actresses like Caroline Munro talk about her experience working with Harryhausen on like The Golden Voyage of Sinbad, which is actually one of the first Harryhausen films I actually ever seen when I was a kid. I remember watching that distinctively with my family growing up. And then I got into like all the old school black and white ones like 20 Million Miles to Earth, Yerma, of course. And it's just a surreal experience that one man did all this animation by himself. And I gotta say, it's really a really special blessing that all these other people pay homage to him in other films, even films that I didn't even know like paid homage to Harryhausen. They actually talk about them, like Alice in Wonderland actually has a scene that pays homage to him, and Hellboy 2, and it's just surreal because then you watch like they show like certain scenes and you're like, wow, he actually did that, you know what I mean? And it's just a surreal experience, like, and then you hear like the experience with his daughter, and actually he made the models at home, which I never actually knew. And the funny story his daughter tells is like the models were cooked in their stove, so when they ate dinner, the dinner tasted like whatever materials he made his models out of in the stove, you know what I mean? And it's just a funny, surreal experience. That was a really touching story. And of course, it's really cool to see like the early work of like Peter Jackson when he tried to do stop motion animation and stuff. And they actually show scenes of Peter Jackson's like Senator scene. I actually remember him. They actually show the scene from Lord of the Rings where he talks about Ray Harryhausen and stuff, and shows like this little model he had. I actually seen that before in like one of the Lord of the Rings special features, and it was really cool because they actually get to talk about it more, and then they talk about like all the stuff about CGI, and of course they have interviews, of course, with Harryhausen himself during this interview, and he's talking about he really loves how like CGI looks and stuff, but it's not something that he would have wanted to do, but if he because he likes to do like the handheld stuff, and it's paid respect to Ray Harryhausen. It's just an awesome documentary. Of course, there's also like a lot of bonus features on this, like outtakes and other interviews that they didn't film, like with Simon Piggs on this on the bonus features. Really cool stuff, and yeah, it's a surreal moment, and it's actually Ray Harryhausen's birthday today. So happy birthday, Ray. He's no longer with us, unfortunately, and it's sad and that this great man has his effects are still remembered today, but he's no longer there to see like a new generation discover them for themselves. But with this documentary, hopefully they will. If you're a fan of like effects and creature features, I recommend this documentary. It's a hell of a fun time. If I had to rate this release and documentary, give it a solid 9 out of 10. That's how much I loved it. Awesome stuff right here. Ray Harryhausen, special effects titan, 9 out of 10. Awesome stuff. Alright guys, that's all I got for this review today. I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, I hope to see you in the next video. And of course, happy birthday, Ray. See you soon.